Here we are on June 3rd. Just do a quick check on this colony, see what's going on. See just how much honey they put on in the last week in that box that we gave back to them. See if we have to do any work up here. I got it.
It's been weeks since we had to do any work in the brood nest on these. It's been a lot of work of just looking through supers and rearranging frames. But on this, I mean, the reason for that is they've given us no cause for alarm. There's tons of bees, the honey keeps going up. They're just great. There's no need for us to go poking around in the nest. We certainly could if we wanted to, but we have no...
I mean, we might today.
We might go do a peek check today just to see something, but there's...
Check and pull a central brood frame.
But these have given us no reason to need to go down and look at the brood nest, so we haven't. We've just been focusing on the supers.
There's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just we've got 75 colonies to manage this year, so if we don't see an issue and we don't have to do an inspection, then we don't take the time to do it. So that, I think, was the box that was left on them.
Probably like a 3/4 the way it looked, maybe a half.
Yeah.
This is the drawn box that we gave back, which is going to be hard to see what they did with.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be hard to see what they did with, judging by the way that frame moved.
I see a couple of capped frames on the sides. They got this box back on Monday. This is Saturday.
Full.
It's a full super. Pull one of these two frames.
What are these bees doing? Yeah, we thought black locust was going to be the end of the flow because we haven't had a good rain. Let's see. This is June 2nd. 3rd. May that we just got through was the driest May on record. We got precisely 0.2 of an inch of rain in the entire month.
Oh, they were giving that back because we couldn't extract it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's foundationless frames.
But they filled a super this week.
Yeah, we found some foundationless frames as we were going along, and we didn't feel like extracting those, so we just stuck them back on a colony. But the rest of this, I mean, it's...
Even the outside edge here, bam, full. It's a darker honey, so it's not black locust anymore. This is fresh stuff coming in that we were not expecting to see because of how dry things were.
Alright, so they need a 50-50 down there. This box needs to be 50-50'd with another super.
Let's just check the brood nest because...
Yeah, you've seen us 50-50 boxes before. We're going to end up with 50-50 on the first and second super, and we'll drop that 3/4 back on top. But let's look at the brood nest now.
We took 2 supers off of this.
We took 2 supers off, yeah, so they have almost 4 now.
Yeah, this colony has almost made us 120 pounds of honey so far this year. What the deal?
Crack that and take a peek in the bottom.
That's a heavy box. You can kind of tell. So by saying it's a heavy box here, that tells me that they are storing honey in the brood nest.
On the edges of it.
On the edges of it.
In any case, if we take all the supers, there's still plenty of weight in this box to last them the summer.
That, and if we put supers on, and they actually have space above them, they might move some of that liquid honey up into the supers.
Okay, so there was no queen cells there. Let's pull a central brood frame just because we haven't looked at a frame in this colony in a long time, if memory serves.
I don't.
Try not to kill this queen. We're actually heavily considering breeding off of this colony because it is so excellent.
Drone brood in the center that's being
Hold still.
Ow, just got a sting. I got a couple stings in my hand. It's making the bees go after me.
A couple older stings. Okay, so that's a drone frame. Let's find a worker brood frame.
Well, that was worker brood. It was drone in the core that was emerging, and they were backfilling. And it was all a bunch of open cells around it that was laid full, that were laid full. One colony over there got a little riled up, so the bees are...
Once you get one colony mad in your yard, the rest get mad too, it seems. That's a good worker brood frame. Plenty of drones on it. They say that drones affect your honey crop, but we haven't seen it yet.
And this is what we were referring to about the bees backfilling. So if there isn't a larva in, The bees have the cells full of nectar, all through this brood frame.
So it looks worse than it is, but it was emerging and she didn't lay it full right away. And there's so much nectar coming in, they just backfilled it on her. And they should, as the flow tapers down, they should take that honey out of the brood nest and move it up to the supers because they don't want it in the middle of the nest.
It was just the first available spot for a bee to dump it off. That is a beautiful frame of open brood.
Open brood, yep.
I see a lot of color variation in these workers.
Yeah, let's see if we can see that better. If you can notice all the different colors of bees that we have here is an indication that the queen has quite a variety of drones that she mated with. And it gives the colony a Swiss Army knife of genetics to work with, as far as this one might be slightly better at foraging or slightly better at, might be slightly more hygienic, those sorts of things. So there's a reason this colony's great. We're probably going to end up making a bunch more of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll check this one too. They weren't as busy as their neighbors are.
Looks like a 50-50 up here.
50-50 or maybe slightly better, starting to draw a little bit. And this would have been the drawn box that they got back.
Did they get one back?
Yeah, they would have. Everyone that gave one got one back.
I didn't realize we'd taken one from this one.
I think we did. I'm almost certain we did. Because I see cappings in there.
Well,
giving them drawn comb on a flow is profitable.
Apparently very useful. I am going to, what do we got here?
Just flip-flop the boxes. Be good enough for now. We're planning to do splits in about a week. And these will give up a few frames of brood to pull them back a little bit. But with this is practically a full super. We can probably just take that super, which is 50-50 or a little bit better than. We can take that and put it on top of the brood nest so they still have some space to expand into as this week progresses. Yeah, the next video I expect to go into splitting these colonies. We have graph videos already. We have graphs ready for these. We grafted them yesterday, so they'll be ready next Saturday. So we'll be going through that in the next video.